Kill that music. And we're in. Home map. Wow, did Crow really go Arabia? Huh. I'd expected them to try something else. Try and do something different, because taking on TyRanT on Arabia, that's not something anyone would really want. Except maybe SY or Nabs. Yeah. No creativity or prepared strats with the home map pick, I don't think here. We have a slight change of player roster for Crow. Kazuma has come in for Dancer, wasn't it? I think that was his name. But interesting civs as well. Huns, Mayans and Chinese. No Mongols. Very rare in a 3v3 Arabia pick civ you don't see just Huns, Mayans, Mongols, and it's especially rare that if one civ of those civs is not chosen, that it's the Mongols that are not chosen. They're just so powerful in the Imperial Age, so flexible in the Feudal and Castle Age, and that obviously give your team that scouting advantage as well. It's so surprising that to see Chinese picked as a third civ. But anyway, let's switch to the Crow team and start examining the positions. Got Chinese flank, which isn't always easiest to play. Let's see how Kazuma handles it. He's obviously going to be experienced with Chinese because he's chosen it here. He's in the yellow. And then pocket for Crow is Mayan pocket. Ouch. They unless they're planning a sling, they'd have wanted Mayans on the flank, I would have thought. Either Huns or Chinese would be better pockets of like trying to support your flanks with plumes in 3v3 isn't quite as ideal if you're the pocket civ. And then rounding out the lineup for Crow is Joel in the purple playing Huns flank. Huns obviously very versatile, but this is a disgusting map. What the hell? Look how far away his woodlines are. What on earth is this? It's horrible. Yeah, he's going to have a hard time here because he can't wall this map up very much at all. He's totally open across the front with two forward golds on it, with hills looking down on them as well. He's just got a nice back gold, but this is a disgusting map. I'm going to just look at his point of view because I'm surprised not to see a recall here. We'll know once we get to 4 minutes. Maybe the fact that the host time went past it means that they did play it out. But it's not nice. Then for TyRanT, we've got Doubt playing Mayan flank. That's pretty much his ideal. Doubt always plays Mayans in pick civs for TyRanT. Pretty much. Lovely map as well. Like, look at this. Able to protect his wood lines, his mill, his gold, all in one spot towards the back. Closable along here as well if he wants to, and then probably build up military here and defend this hill. Maybe he could take that approach. Someone saying maybe they have a really nice home map and strat and don't want to show it versus TyRanT. Yeah, I agree, that could be what's going on. But still, I'd have thought they'd have picked something different, because TyRanT will pick Arabia next, almost certainly, and then Crow will pick Arabia last as well, so we could see 4 Arabias here. Fire Huns pocket, that's perfect for TyRanT, he's in the blue colour. And then Slam playing Mongol flank, that's just fine. Woodline's a bit cramped there until he gets rid of those berries. But he can just head around to here. He's also got other ones to go to. Nice map with the main gold in the bank. In the back, not in the bank. It'll be in the bank in due course, of course, though. Nice wall to do there, actually. That shields Slam so much if he does that wall and then builds military across the front. Feared for that villager for a second before it popped into the TC. Have a look at strategies. Where's... Oh, wow. That's such a far wood line. I'm really interested to see if he's going to try and drush here. The barracks is going to go up so late if he does. See on this flank, how's the Chinese player doing? Seems like blue and fire that is ready to. I think fire's sending his scout to doubt, saying he'll patrol the scout when the drush goes in. Let me know when, he says. Chinese player Kazuma. No barracks has been put up but for him. Maybe he's going scouts as Chinese flank. Guess that can work fine. Especially as he's up against Mongols who will probably go scouts. Slam will assume here. Pushing deer as well, that's nice. Doubly nice when you're Mongols. Going for fairly fast feudal as well. 21 pop up. This villager will probably build the barracks. And it's going to go right there, and he'll continue just shielding this off with houses and maybe the stable as well. Rush is in play for Doubt. Where's Fire Scout? Getting ready, along with Doubt's Eagle. And if they find this wood line, it's going to be chaos, but at least Joel's walling it off. That's good for him. I hope he can complete it in time, but he should be able to. But even so, as soon as those palisades seal that in, that's going to start to become very, very inefficient with the look at that. Yes. 5 villagers trapped into 2 tiles there. Fortunately, one of the trees runs out to create a little bit more room for those vills to move past each other. That's Drush. Still not really left home. This wolf doesn't seem to like attacking militia. So, but Dad's going to attack it anyway. Villager on 1 HP. Interesting. Rose Eagle obviously had a good go at it. It will have to stay there for a long time to come. And with the more scout HP there. The game is a little bit jumpy just because they paused, and that causes the game to speed up from time to time. I have to keep manually slowing it down, but it's not too bad. Certainly, I think the other one felt a little bit more laggy. Actually, I was having to pay more attention to it. So, Joel will go scouts as flank. We didn't see him drush, of course. It was going to be so late if he did try to drush because he took him ages to get the villagers on wood. But it's going to be difficult for him. I mean, if you're going to do a scouts as flank, you really need to have as I was saying in my stream earlier, you want 2 lumber camps, 10 vills on wood. Instead, he's got 1 very, very inefficient lumber camp, and I don't even know if he's managed to get 10 villagers to wood, and they're all bumping, and he's walled up, and he can't add more. Already going over to gold. Doubt's drush will be rebuffed though. Don't think he picked a vill here, Doubt. Check the right hand side. Slam seems to be going scouts. Let's see how many he's produced. Yeah, he's got them all queued up in his barracks ready to go. His initial starting scout is straying too close to the TC, but will avoid death at the hands of the arrow fire. Doubt has walled all this up quickly enough. Okay. Gonna presume that 1 HP villager he had survived. I don't know. He's lost 4 units thus far, but I think he's lost the 3 militia and the eagle here. You can see 4 flashes of teal on these skeletons, so that 1 HP vill he had stranded out here in the palisade wall must have escaped, and indeed he deleted the thing as well, suggesting he was making a run for it. And now we're going to see full wall coming up for Doubt, taking no chances.
Yes.
So those scouts will probably pay a visit to Fire in due course, but Fire should be prepared. He's already partially walled some of his resources. Zuma already doing stone walls. In a good spot though. Don't know what the spectator is laughing at here. Doubt is saying you want sling unwalled. I guess that's a way to finish the game quickly, but I don't know. Just for me personally, I'd like to see TyRanT play this without sling, but I guess it's also practicing for later on. But Fire says, nah, don't worry. Don't bother. They're going to play this straight up, which I like to see. You know, it's top seed versus bottom seed. They shouldn't need to sling. So in the pocket, Kill in the green, playing as the mines, will go for a plumes and a castle, so he's not slinging. See that by the fact that he's so heavily on stone, but Slam is coming with like 8 scouts, and all of those villagers could go down so easily. But they should escape into the TC there. Maybe one more kill. Crow kill was at least on point, bringing those villagers back to the TC. But that will interrupt his castle time. Let's see how much stone he had banked up. 612. He should be able to nip out there and get the remainder. But Slam's going to continue to run riot now, heading over to the mill. Going to pick up more vills. At least force them back into the TC. That one escapes within an inch of its life, 1 HP. We see so many hurt vills within the TC as well. If they come back out to work and Slam gets... Oh, those palisade tiles haven't been built up from their foundations. They're on 1 HP and yet more vills going down. P3's is the green players are absolutely having a horrendous time now. Almost... Well, like half of his vills are in the TC almost. Loads more idle. He wants to do a castle from somewhere, but it's literally going to be within range of his TC because it's the only way he can safely build it. So that castle's going to be extremely slow, and the chances of him supporting his flanks with plumed archers and also getting the extra town centres running to, you know, boom it up will be very slim indeed. Crow kill in the green is going to be so behind here. Doubt is fully walled, 2 archery ranges, but don't know if he's really producing anything just now, whether he's just going to... yeah, he's actually continuing and nearly producing. I was about to say that within, like, oh, I don't know if he's just going to boom, and then I suddenly noticed, like, he hasn't even reached the castle age yet. This is a really slow time, actually, for a Drush FC. I mean, he has to do a lot of walling, but not a spectacular play from Doubt just yet here. Has to be said, in all fairness. Meanwhile, on the right hand side, Kazuma trying to do a bit of damage to Slam, but it looks like he didn't get any kills here. Just forced Slam away from the lumber camp. And Slam has so many scouts that he can come back in here. And he's also respectfully towered his gold as well.
Food, please.
Double tower on Joel's gold, even though it's quite close to the TC, it's still exposed. And 1 tower at the woodline as well. He's really having to defend with towers. This is such an open and difficult map to play against such skilled opponents. But at least it has to be said, Doubt hasn't put much pressure on him up until now. And fire is coming with the knights, kind of forcing away from that stone mine on the front. Those vills were never likely to live long lives, were they, in that position? Crossbows from Doubt picking up vills on the farms as well. Purple population dropping like a stone right now. Yellow is just walling himself into the corner. He's going to be perfectly fine, but doesn't seem to have much in the way of ability to hurt Slam at the moment. He's still in the feudal age. 20 minutes now. I'm going to kind of switch his point of view. See how far away he is from Castle. He's miles away from Castle Age, still making spearmen and archers and skirmishers more queued up. He's gonna be castling at minute 25 or something like that, having not really attacked Slam in a significant way. Oh, LB, don't give me that. You managed to play 3 of the 4 games. So Doubt is pretty much parked in Joel's eco now. That tower has been destroyed, or on its way to being destroyed by Fire's Knights. Joel just can't gather wood now. We're seeing how much he's struggling with the distance that the wood lines are. They're so difficult to defend when they're that far away without just walling across, doing a massive wall across the front, or at least having a big army presence, which Joel just doesn't have. And Doubt is just parking crossbows in random places to stop him from really gathering any resources apart from areas that are defended by 2 towers. Slam poking around with his scouts, but won't be able to achieve anything. He'll bump up against this 4 wall off. Oh wow, there's a hole! Fortunately, Kazuma does have some archers there to deal with this, but those are +1 bloodline scouts, so pretty powerful against archers, which do actually have +1/+1 done, but I can see some vills going down here as the archers catch up, and will still take some time to kill the scouts. Doubt has a lot of crossbows now here, 23 all grouped in one spot. I'm surprised he doesn't come forward with just a siege workshop and finish this, but it seems to be just taking a very cautious macro approach. Those scouts are still loose in Kazuma's base. Slam just focusing so much on just running them around, microing them, making sure he doesn't lose them so he can continue to do damage further down the line when Kazuma's army maybe vacates. How's the green player in the pocket doing? He's got his castle up, but I don't think we'll see too many plumes have been produced just yet. Just half a dozen. He's actually got 2 TCs as well, but economy doesn't look in great shape. That said, it's still the strongest economy on his team actually, 50 villagers, so he's recovered well. Purple is obviously the player who's just been kicked around so much, and at least for yellow here he's finally plugged up that hole. Looks like it was that palisade. And he's starting to whittle down those scouts from Slam, but Yellow's army curiously going out of position on the right, and Slam will get to the wood line once again, and this could be several more villagers go down because Yellow's so horribly out of position. Alright, Green's going to try and hit his opponent for the first time in the match with some plumes. Just 5 with fleshing, but that's enough to start microing down some vills there. Two clean picks and he'll get out before the knights arrive, although the knights being slightly faster will be able to chase them down. Fire's not going to use 10 knights to chase after 5 plumes, though, just send 2 and off he goes with the rest of them. Those are +2 and bloodlines, so really powerful. Purple's lamenting the situation. My guy must be going imp. Well, not just yet. Doubt, as we looked at earlier, wasn't quite on the top of his game, and although you might expect a mine flank who hasn't been involved in heavy fighting in the Castle Age to be going up to imp at around minute 27 or so, 28, Doubt's just going to be a little bit slower.
No.
Red and blue knights from Fire and Slam here will spring the trap against those few plumes. And Slam has come forward. This is what I wanted to see from TyRanT, some aggression. You know, they're relying on him, or they've been relying on Imperial Age to win games. That's what Doubt's doing too, when they could have ended this with Castle Age aggression. Two rams and a mangonel being produced. I think Kill's kind of getting away with having small numbers of plumes passed by lots of +2 bloodline knights here. Just in forging now, so Doubt's clicking up just after 28 minutes. And he'll be ready to finish off his opponent on the flank pretty quickly. That opponent does have a few knights loose in Doubt's base, picking up some vills. The crossbows are there for Doubt along with TCs, and those 5 knights with no armour upgrades at all, but they do have bloodlines done. But either way, Bodkin crossbows against knights with no extra armour upgrades do a lot of damage still. Slam's going to push in now. Yellow is not in a position to fight back against this. He's adding another barracks. Seems to want to go for pikeman defense against the knights. doesn't seem to have a siege workshop to get those rams away from his flimsy walls. Also, okay, he's going to use this armor. He's going to say if he leaves that up there during this defense, it's not going to go well for him. Slams in with +2 bloodline alliance as well, and those will make short work of those crossbows, even if 1 or 2 pikes are in the mix. And yellow is calling GG. I was going to say it's looking really bad for him now, but I was beaten to the punch by his GG call, and Crow going to tap out. Purple is still not recovered much above 32 villages, but curiously he's the one who's hanging around. Just as okay, he's going now. Just as Doubt was going to hit him. Wow, late wheelbarrow by Doubt. Yeah, I said his Drush FC time wasn't spectacular, and missing wheelbarrow not terribly great either, to be honest. I think Doubt will need some to de-rest a little bit as we head into the later part of the tournament. So that makes 2-0 for TyRanT. Predictably so. We'll see their home map now, and I expect we'll see another Arabia, and probably the same civilizations.
Ah!